This video will discuss installing and using XProps on MATLAB. This video assumes that XProps has already been installed on the device that you are using to follow along. XProps can be used on either 32 or 64-bit versions of MATLAB. To install XProps on MATLAB, make sure that you are in the Home tab, then go to the Environment window and press Set Path. This window contains the search path that MATLAB uses to find functions that you are able to use when coding. We are going to add the XProps functions to this list. We will do this by using the XProps Toolbox folder. If you navigate to the XProps software package, you will find the XProps Toolbox folder. This folder is full of .m files that can be used in MATLAB containing all of XProps' different functions. Each file is named with XProps, an underscore, and then an abbreviation for its purpose. We are going to add the XProps Toolbox file to MATLAB search path so that when we are coding in miscellaneous scripts in MATLAB, we can call on these functions without having to open the .m files themselves. Going back to MATLAB, we will do this by pressing Add Folder, then selecting the XProps Toolbox folder. Press Select Folder, and now you should see this folder appear on the folder list. The list is the order in which MATLAB searches through all of these different folders of functions. Currently, the XProps Toolbox folder is at the top, so that MATLAB will search it first. If you would like to change the placement, you can use these buttons to move the folder down, to the very bottom, up, or to the very top. If you are satisfied with the arrangement, you may save it, and if you would like to remove any folders, simply click on them and press the Remove button. You may also revert to your previously saved versions or back to the default. Once you are satisfied with the search path order, press Close. Now, all of the XProps functions should be added in MATLAB. To test them, we are going to open a new script. The calling convention for an XProps function once you have added the .m files in the XProps toolbox is as follows. You can also find this in the XProps help file. You will put a variable name to hold the output, then put the XProps underscore and the 3-letter abbreviation of the functions that we see in the XProps toolbox. For instance, for our example, we will use the XProps underscore HPT function. To call that function, we would write XProps underscore HPT. Following that, in parentheses, you will put any inputs that the function takes. The HPT function will need a pressure and a temperature input. The default unit for this function is SI units. However, this can be changed to English units. We can make our unit selection when we write the line of code with the variable name and the actual function call, as we showed here in the commented line. The HPT function, as already mentioned, takes in a pressure and a temperature as input parameters, in addition to a refrigerant name. Its output is a specific enthalpy, so we will give it the variable name of H. Then, we will type the function exactly as indicated in the line above and add the first of the parentheses. Once we do that, we should see a small pop-up with the function name and the parentheses with the proper input parameters filled in. This pop-up is an indication that MATLAB sees the function and recognizes it and would like to inform us what input parameters we need to successfully use the function. A pop-up like this is a good indication that XProps has been successfully and properly installed in MATLAB. We can now continue adding information to the function. For a refrigerant name, we will use R134A. The refrigerant name is also where units are specified, if desired. The default units for all XProps functions are SI units. So, if you would like your functions to be in SI units, there is no need to add anything beyond the refrigerant name, the pressure, and the temperature. However, to specify English units, simply add a comma and type the letters EN right after the refrigerant name, still within the quotation marks. Because we have already declared P and T variables, we can add them there. Now, we are going to forego adding a semicolon to the end of this line because when we run the code, we would like the value for H to be printed out. Running the code reveals the value for H. For more information on installing or using XProps in MATLAB, please refer to the XProps help file or contact support@optimizedthermalsystems.com.